Hello, everyone. How you all doing today? Uh, Let me see if I can pin these for everybody. Hi, everyone. How you all doing today? Awesome. Good to have you here. If you can hear me well, please just drop a one in the chat if you can hear me well. If you can hear me well, please drop a number one in the chat. Let me see. Let me see. Just a one in the chat. Number one in the chat. Let's go. All right. Awesome. 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 All right. Thank you guys for joining today's session. I know today's obviously Saturday and you're supposed to be resting and having fun, but you're here with us today. So I want to appreciate you for taking out time to join today's session. And I will tell you for free, like, that you're going to be having a wonderful time in today's session. We're going to be talking about something that I find very interesting, something that when you relocate outside the country, these are things that usually will be a major topic of conversation. All right. So I remember when I was relocating, when I just recently relocated, and I was trying to look for a job. I was looking to get a job, like my first job. At the time, so I wasn't even concerned about tech or no tech or whatsoever. I was just looking at getting a job. And you see, majority of the people around me at the time, were the ones that were giving me ideas as to what kind of jobs I could get, okay, and the limitations that we faced as Africans that are looking at relocating, Africans in a new country, okay? So a lot of people will tell you about some limitations that you're facing currently, the reason why you're not getting a job, the reason why you're rejected, the reason why you have a lot of Africans doing certain types of jobs. So these are the reasons why, it's important for us to have this kind of conversation. And today we're going to be debunking this particular mindset that we have as Africans outside the country. And if you're not an African and you're here, it's still the same thing. Honestly, it doesn't mean that you're African or you're not African. I mean, we all face what we call recruitment bias. Okay, some people would say that, oh, it's because I speak in a certain way. Some people would say it's because I belong to a certain race. Some people would say it's because I don't have a particular educational background. So you see, these biases are the things that really set people apart when you're looking at transitioning into the tech space. But guess what? We are going to be talking about that today. We're going to be talking about that today. Just give me a second, sorry. We're going to be talking about that today, and we're going to be shining light into the gray areas that you find a bit confusing. All right, like I said, when I relocated, I said this: the people around me were the people that informed my idea of why I was getting rejected. So I really didn't think, or I didn't. There was no personal, ideology as to why I was getting rejected. But over the years, after going into failing and failing and failing, I was able to succeed. Now I understand it a lot better. So if today there's a particular mindset as to why you are failing or why you're not getting the kind of jobs you're looking for, or you have a mindset, you think about the process and you're looking at reasons why you are being biased towards getting a job, we're going to be debunking some of them in today's session. So let's go ahead. I'm going to be sharing my screen, and this session is recorded, entirely recorded. So if at any point in time you need, you need access to this recording, the recording will be made available to you. All right. So I'm going to share my entire screen. So just going to see. Chrome tab. All right. So let me go ahead to share my presentation. Awesome. All right. So give me a one in the chat if you can see my presentation. If you can see my presentation, just give me a one in the chat. So I want us to use the chat a lot in today's session, okay? And that's because, that's really where I know that you're listening to me, first of all. And the other thing is, that's how I know that, you are getting value from today's session. So I want the session to be very, very interactive, very interactive. I want you guys to be able to learn from today's session because we're going to be discussing something that you need, not something that you want, something that you absolutely need, okay? And we're going to be discussing how to beat recruitment bias. Okay, we're going to be discussing how to beat recruitment bias as a newbie in the tech space, or if you're just looking to get a job. If your goal today is to figure out a way to get another job, a high-paying job, that's exactly what we're going to be talking about in today's session. So we're going to be talking about step-by-step process that you need to deploy in order for you to beat recruitment buyers, all right, and land your job in the tech space this year, this month, if possible. Okay. So we're not going to be discussing things that you implement in 2 months' time. That's not what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about things that you can start implementing from today, from now, like today. You can actually start to use these things that we're going to be talking about in today's session. And this session is not going to be very long. It's going to be about 1 hour, 1 hour, 30 minutes. So that's about 60 to 90 minutes. That's the entire session. Okay. So all I need you to do in today's session is listen. Just literally just take out time. Avoid the people around you and listen. That's all I need you to do in today's session. All right. So let's start about Amdari. Okay. How many of us are seeing Amdari for the first time, or this is the first session you're going to be hearing of Amdari, or this is the first time you're hearing of Amdari? So let me see, let's say put a 0 in the chat if this is your first time joining Amdari session. Number 0, just a 0 in the chat. Okay. Ene, it's good to meet you. We have Ene, newcomer, Nkurika, Inkiruka. Okay, it's good to meet you also. Daramola, also good to meet you. I have quite a number of newbies in the house. All right, we have a lot of new people in the house. So all I want you to do is raise up your hand. Raise up your hand, your right hand where you are seated. We have our ushers. Okay, you see Ozichi is just in front of she's in front of the class at the moment. So follow Ozichi. We have a seat dedicated for you. We have a seat dedicated for you, okay, for newcomers in the house. All right, good stuff. We have quite a number of newcomers in the house, and I want to say this again. I'm really, really excited for you joining us today, and I can guarantee you're going to be getting a lot from today's session. Now, I need to say this: the session is fully recorded. If you want to get access to the recording and the materials that we're using for today's session, please fill the attendance form. Okay, please fill the attendance form. So now about Amdari. Who is Amdari? Who are we? What do we do? Amdari is a non-traditional educational technology company. The way we serve, the way we work is like no other. Okay, so what we've done is to build a platform where professionals can gain industry experience. Now, this has not been done before, okay? Or there are other people that might have tried, okay, but this is a unique value proposition. Now, as a professional or as an immigrant or anybody, okay, looking to get in a job, one of the major reasons why a lot of people are losing out on job opportunities globally is because they lack industry experience, okay? They lack industry experience. So if today you want to get a job as a data analyst, for example, you need experience in order for you to get a job as a data analyst. Even if you have your MSc, you have your master's, you have your PhD, you have your BSc, you have certifications, majority of the jobs you're going to be applying for today require you to have experience. So if you're working in the bank in Nigeria, for example, and you relocated to UK, and you want to get a job as an analyst or whatever role you're looking at, they need you to get experience, okay? They need you to have experience in the space, and that's exactly what we're looking at. So we are that platform. We are the only platform that guarantees you, what we call industry relevant experience in any of the 8 career paths that we have on the screen. So if you're looking to go into data analytics, data science, data engineering, business analysis, agile project management, SOC analyst, governance, risk and compliance, or ethical hacking and pen testing, then Amdari is the best place for you to be. So we are the only platform that guarantees you what industry relevant experience in any of this career path. All right. So I want to welcome you again into today's session, and I want to tell you that you're going to be getting a lot, you're going to be learning a lot from today's session. All right, so these are the things, like I said, the next couple of minutes, the next 60 to 90 minutes, these are the 4 things that we're going to be discussing. Number 1 is how to beat recruitment buyers. Now, recruitment buyers, there are different types of buyers that we're going to be talking about, okay? So how do you beat that? In today's work, in today's employment cycle, we're going to be talking about that. Number 2 is the pathway to becoming a tech professional and securing a job. And at the end of the day, the reason why you're here today is to see ways you can actually break into the tech space or actually land the first job within the tech space. So we're going to be talking about in details the things that you need to do in order for you to get your first job. And number 3 is the Amdari Work Experience Internship. So if you're currently looking for ways you can gain experience in any of the career paths that I listed, this is exactly what you need to listen to. How does the internship program work and how can you leverage it in getting your first job? We're going to discuss that. And number 4 is the highlight of today's session. That's the highlight of the session. Okay, can somebody put highlights in the chat? Let me see. That's the highlight of today's session. We have a special offer for you. We have a special offer. So if you wait till the end of the session, you will get to know about the special offer. So these are the 4 things we're going to be talking about. How to beat recruitment bias. Number 2 is the pathway to becoming a tech professional and securing a job. Number 3, we're going to be talking about work experience internship. On number 4, the special offer that we have for you. So if you're excited, guys, if you're excited in today's session, can you give me a thumbs up? Give me a thumbs up. If you're excited to be here today, give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up, guys. All right. So if today's okay, let's see. Oh, I'm not getting any thumbs up, guys. Where's the thumbs up? Where are my thumbs up? Okay, yes, I can see them now. Awesome. So let's jump straight into it. Let us go straight into it. Let's dive into it. Okay. All right. So who is Efemena April and what makes me the right person to speak to you about recruitment bias? What makes me the right person to speak to you about recruitment bias? And my name is Efemena April. I'm the co-founder to Analytics and also the co-founder to Amdari. Okay, and I like to say this. I'm a non-traditional tech professional. Okay, and I'll say this because I studied economics in university, studied economics for my first degree. I worked in Lagos as a management consultant for about 4 years, okay, before, I was looking at transitioning into the tech space. So you see, I'm coming from a non-technical background, in the sense that I studied economics in school. My first job was working as a management consultant, and that was also non-tech related. So, and eventually I relocated and I was looking to get to get a new career, start a new career. All right. And tech was what I wanted to get into. And that's exactly what I did. And I usually tell most people that it took me a period of over 2 years for me to get my first job in the tech space. I say this every single time. And that's because, you might actually be you might be in that same position at the moment whereby you've been looking at how to land your first job and you see a lot of issues are there that you can actually see that these issues are existing, but you don't know exactly how to work it out. That's the same way I felt, when I was looking at breaking into the tech space. And it took me a period of 2 years to actually get my first job. And eventually I was able to break into it and I got my first one. And you see, after that, the next couple of sessions were the highlight for me, to be honest with you, and that's once I broke into the first, I got the first one. Honestly, it just kept coming better. It just kept becoming better and better and better. But you see, when I relocated, that's what we're going to be talking about today. The people around you are the people that would actually design your mindset when you get into a new country. So if all your people around you today are people that either work in the care space or work in a warehouse, or they're doing menial job, or they're not just doing a job that is absolutely successful, or something that is not something great, and you're getting advice from those type of people, you would likely get stuck in that kind of mindset. All right. So also when I started, I found myself in that situation whereby majority of the people around me were always complaining about recruitment bias. Okay. And that's exactly what we're going to be talking about in today's session. Are there recruitment biases affecting your ability to land a job? Now, this is a very interesting question. Very, very interesting question. Are there recruitment bias affecting your ability to land a job in the tech space or landing a job in the first place? There are. Absolutely. There are. Okay. But now the good thing about this is there are recruitment biases that you can control. Okay. And there are also recruitment biases that you cannot control. So there are some that are beyond your control, and there are some that you can actually control. And that's exactly what we're going to be talking about in today's session. Okay, so I'm actually excited to talk about this. So let's jump straight into it. The first one is the name bias. Name bias. So, like I said earlier, when I relocated, and I'm pretty sure everybody that has relocated at one point, like just recently relocated, would have faced the same issue. So, a lot of people would say that you've been receiving a lot of rejection emails, okay? And the first thing they'll tell you is, have you changed your name? Have you changed your name from Efemena April? That sounds very non-English, okay, into an English name like Michael. Have you tried to change your name to maybe your middle name, your Christian name, or some other name? All right, because whenever a recruiter sees your name, there's this idea that they are not giving you the job because you're not British, or you're not white, or you're not English, or whatsoever the case might be. Has anybody been in this situation before? Put a one in the chat, let me see. Whereby you're thinking that the reason why you're not getting job offers is because of your name. You feel like your name is what is putting you off. If you've been in this situation before, let me see. Give me a one in the chat if this is you. All right. So we have the name bias. That's the first one I'd like to talk about, because most people actually feel like they're not getting these offers because of their name. Now, the next thing is also appearance bias. Appearance, because I'm black, because I'm African, because of the way I look. Okay, most people, I'm not getting these offers because of the way I look. So basically, appearance bias is judging a candidate based on their physical appearance or whatever you're wearing. Okay. Number three is affinity bias. Okay, affinity bias is preferring candidates because of similar interest, background, and personalities. Okay, so based on certain backgrounds, you want to hire people that finish from a certain university. You want to hire people that have the same certification. You want to hire people that have the same like minds, like you have the same things and same qualities. Now, the next one is also resume pedigree bias, okay? Favoring candidate from prestigious universities. Now, this is something that is also, it exists. Do you understand? It exists. I won't say it doesn't exist. So people that go to Ivy League universities want to hire people that go to Ivy League universities. People that finish, top of the class want to hire people that finish top of the class. People that have a certain, resume pedigree, they want to hire people within that same mindset. Okay, so that's another bias that exists within the recruitment space. Now, the fifth one rather, is experience bias. Okay, so most people within the tech space believe that the more experienced you are, the more years of experience you are, all right, the more qualified you are. Okay, so if you have 5 years of experience working as a data analyst, they believe that you are good. You've been doing this for 5 years. There's this bias that you are sound. You've been doing this for 5 years. You've been doing this for 3 years. You are absolutely sound. So these are the 5 ones that we're going to be talking about in today's session. Number 1 is the name bias. Like I said, based off your name. Okay, are you African? Are you English? All right, that's the first one. The next one is appearance bias. So the way you look, your physical appearance, that's exactly what they're judging you by. Then we have the affinity bias, judging based on interest. You like football, I like football. Or you like jogging, I love jogging, I love running marathons. You love running a marathon, you love hiking, I love hiking. So background, personality, you seem like a very quiet person, you seem like a Christian, you seem like a Muslim. So you are judging based on similar interests or background, okay? The resume about the pedigree is you have a certain certification. I have that same certification, so I can connect to you on that basis. So I'll give you the job because of that. Or you finish from a particular university, I also finish from that same university. That's that bias that actually exists. Then we have the experience bias that and this one applies to everybody. This one applies. Experience bias, even you as a person. Let's say, for example, you want to hire somebody to come fix your laptop. Okay, you want to hire somebody to come fix something's wrong with your laptop, and you need somebody to fix your laptop for you. The first person comes in to say that, okay, I've just been doing this for the last 1 year. I started last year, so I have just 1 year of experience fixing laptop. There's another person that comes in to say that, oh, I've been doing this. I've been fixing from Nigeria. Even from Nigeria in 1977, I started fixing, Dell laptops. Then now I can fix any kind of laptop. I've been doing it for the last 10 years. There is this bias to tell you that, okay, if this guy has been doing this for 30 years or 10 years or 5 years, there is this experience that comes with it. So you want to get that person. You want to work with that person. That's you personally, just you as an individual. So you also have deployed, or you're actually doing what we call the experience bias. So you don't want to give the person that has 1 year of experience working as a laptop repairer. You want to give the person that has 10 years, because there is this notion that this person is good. He has been doing it for 10 years. There's an experience that comes with it. So now looking at what you see here, there are some of them that you can control, and there are some that you cannot control. Can you guys guess the ones you can control and the ones you can't control? Let's see. So just select anyone you feel like you can control, that you personally feel like you can control, and you can maybe make some adjustments or so. So let me know in the chat if any one of them that you feel you can actually control. Let me see. All right. So which of them do you feel you can control? So I'll just type it in the chat. Just type it in the chat. Let's see. Type it in the chat if you feel you can control. Which one of them can you control? Resume bias. Fantastic. I love that. That's a good one. So that's one that's Osai, if I'm correct. Yes, that's the first one. Okay, so we just to ensure that time we are sticking to the right time, I'll just go ahead to put it in. So there are some you can control, and there are some you cannot control. So number one is your name. You honestly cannot change your name. My name is Efemena Ipro, and I won't lie to you. At one point when I was getting loads of rejection, I honestly considered doing what? Constantly like changing my name on my resume. All right. My middle name is Michael. So I wanted to change it to Michael. I wanted to put Michael there so they know that, oh, this person his name is Michael. We will be able to talk to him better. Then there's affinity bias. So you can't really there are things that you can't change about yourself. Okay. There are things you cannot change about yourself. So the things that you like, your ethnicity, your culture, the way you talk, these are things that your background, you can't change them. But there are things that you can always modify to make you feel better. Okay. Your appearance, for example, you can have a clean haircut. You can dress in a certain way for YouTube. See, you see, even though I was looking at getting a job in the tech space, all right, most people see the tech space as very business casual, not very professional. So you don't need to wear a suit, you don't need to wear a tie, and so on and so forth. I will tell you for free, if I'm having an interview tomorrow, I will not wear a t-shirt for that interview. All right. What would I wear? I'll wear a shirt. I'll wear a tie. I'll wear a suit. Even if I'm going to be doing it virtually and I have my short on, I'm going to wear a suit for that particular interview. So every interview I go for, there is this appearance that I always want to put up front to show the person that I'm a professional, I've been doing this for years, and that's exactly what I put for. So it's not like you're going to be looking for a job in the tech space and you're going to be wearing a t-shirt. Like I'm wearing a sweatshirt at the moment. I won't go into an interview looking like this, or I won't go there and be bringing out a chain or wearing a chain. So there's a appearance bias that you could always modify to suit you better. Now, resume pedigree is also another bias, but you could also work with it. You could always make adjustments to your CV to make yourself look good, and feel a lot better on the resume. And the last one is experience. Now, this is where a lot of people suffer. Most people just feel like their experiences, that either you're a business person or you worked as a customer service representative or you worked in a warehouse, you feel those experiences don't matter. Okay. And honestly, that's how I felt also. But honestly speaking, you can leverage those experiences. You can leverage them, especially when you're looking to break into a new field. The only thing is, how do you tailor that experience into the career path you want to go into? That's where people find it challenging. So I've been working as a customer service representative, but I want to get a job as a cybersecurity analyst. How do I go from call center to cybersecurity? How do I tailor that my experience as a customer service representative into cybersecurity experience? That can also be worked on. You could also work on that. And that's exactly part of the reasons why we're having today's session. All right. So if you're having a good time, I want you to drop a one in the chat. Let's go. I want energy, guys. More energy. More. If you're enjoying yourself so far, put a one in the chat. So these are things that you can make adjustment to. Okay, your appearance, your resume, and your experience. And those are the things we're going to center around our conversation, in today's presentation. Okay, conversation in today's presentation. Okay, let's go. Now, so to go into, to understand we've spoken about 5 biases, okay? 5 5 major biases that we have within the recruitment space. Okay. Now, what are the trends in 2005, in 2025? What are the recruitment trends that we have within the recruitment space, within the employment space? Okay. Number one is skill first. Skill first. So any job that you're looking to, any job you're looking to get today, okay, it's skill first. Nobody really cares about, oh, I have a master's, I have a PhD, I have a this, I have a that, I have certification, I have that. I see a lot, with the kind of work that I do, I get to interact with a lot of professionals across the world, okay? And you see a lot of people coming to meet me to say that, oh, Efemena, I just completed a PhD, or I have a certification, I've been struggling to get a job, and all that. And I usually tell them that, okay, tell me, what things do you know? And I usually use this experience. I do, like, I had a session a couple of weeks ago, and I was talking to this guy, and he used to work as a program coordinator or something. I can't remember the title of the job, but I knew the job had a coordinator in the role. Okay. So I was asking him, like, okay, bro, like, what do you do on a day-to-day? What are the skill set that you have? What are the skills that you have? And I was like, skill, like, say, like, he knows how to get things done. I was like, okay, what things do you get done? He said he knows how to coordinate things, like he knows how to coordinate things to ensure that things are being done. I was like, okay, what are the things that you used to do back then at work? It was not like any project they're working on, it's just lingering around. Like, that's literally what I got from this conversation. Is just around in the office. So they want to get paper. He knows exactly how to go ahead to get A4 papers for the office. Oh, they want to get ladder. He can go. I'm just giving this as an example. He's just a person that is literally everywhere without an actual skill. And you see, most people that are coming from Africa, or I worked in Nigeria also, and I'll tell you, when I relocated, you need to be honest with yourself and ask yourself this question: what skill do I have? You've been working in the bank for the last 10 years. Okay, for example, what skill do you have? Oh, you know how to open accounts, you know how to use a laptop, you know how to talk to people. Yes, okay. What other skills do you have? What are the skills that are required in order for you to get a job? Now, this is where a lot of people don't know. People don't know the skills that they have. You know how to use Excel. What do you know how to use Excel to do? Do you know how to perform analysis? Do you know how to build a report? Do you know how to build a dashboard? Do you know how to, do you know what we call data storytelling? Do you know how to go about that in order for you to create reports and all that? People don't have this kind of skill set. Or like, that's the honest question you need to ask yourself. What skills do I have? And if you even put yourself forward, if you want to hire a tailor, okay, it's the skills that you're looking for. That's the first thing you're looking for, that skill. You've been doing this for how many years? That's exactly what you're looking at. So it's a skill-first economy. It's a skill-first job market. If you don't have skills, you cannot get a job. It's as simple as that. It's as brutal as that. So you need to have your skills ready. The next thing is AI tools like ATS are screening resume. Okay, AI tools like ATS. ATS stands for Applicant Tracking Software. ATS, Applicant Tracking Software. Now, applicant tracking software, what does this mean? Okay, now, guys, if you go on a job board today, you go on LinkedIn and you want to apply for a job, okay, you would see like over 100 people have applied for this job, or 200 people, 500 people have applied for this job. Now, it's not all those resume that the recruiter will review. So the recruiter will not review 500 emails or 500 or 1,000 CVs. No recruiter has that time to be doing that. So the applicant tracking software has been infused with AI to be able to track CVs that are good and CVs that are bad. Now, if your CV doesn't have the right keywords, if the CV that you're using to apply for a job doesn't have the right keyword, you see in situations whereby you apply for a job and in like 5-10 minutes, you're getting like an immediate, what they call the rejection email. That's exactly what we call, that's one of the aspects of ATS, applicant tracking software. The moment you apply for a job, the ATS, the applicant tracking software, is going to scan your CV and search for certain keywords. Now, if those keywords don't appear, okay, what happens? Automatic, you get a rejection email. So you might be very skilled. You might be very skilled. You might not use Excel. You might not do presentations. You might be the best staff wherever you're working at. And you might actually be very, very good. But if your CV is great, it's not good in the sense that you don't have the right keywords in your CV, you will likely struggle to get a job, because AI tools like ATS have been deployed to scan people's CV before it even gets to before it gets to the recruiter. So you see, you can have like 1,000 people apply for a job, okay, and at the end, only like 20 will get sent to the recruiter. That's exactly where ATS comes in. So if you have a bad CV, you might be actually be very good, have the right skills, have the right connections, have the right things, but you might just have a terrible CV, okay, or a CV that is not optimized, okay, ATS optimized, and you find out that you're getting a lot of rejection emails and you get frustrated. So you see where we are going through. Number one, you must have the skill, okay? It's a skill first job market. Now, you might have the skill, but face another hurdle, and the hurdle is AI tools, ATS. Now, if you don't have those keywords that they are looking for in the job, and you're just using your CV to apply to that job, you are likely going to get a rejection email, okay? Now, the next one is remote work is creating global opportunities. I use myself as an example every single time. When I was in Ireland, so when I relocated initially, I was working in Ireland. Okay, while I was working in Ireland, I was working for another company in the UK. When I moved to the UK, I was working for companies in the UK, Ireland, and also in the US. Okay, and I also did some projects for some companies in Canada back in the days. Now I'm based in Canada. I work for companies based in the UK, work for companies based in the US, and also companies based in Canada. So you see, remote work has created a global economy. So even if you're in Nigeria at the moment, okay, there are quite a number of opportunities that you can still latch into within the tech space, working fully remotely. So you see a lot of Africans also, people have gone through Amdari, working for remote firms in the US, in the UK, and they are, that's what remote work has actually done, has created this global market of opportunities for you to catch into. Then the last one is portfolios are becoming more valuable, okay? Because everybody wants somebody that has experience. I mentioned earlier, if you want to hire a tailor today, you have a party that you're going, maybe you have a party you're going to, and you want to sew a cloth for that party. What do you have to do? You need to get a tailor. Once you get a tailor, if you're talking to like 5 tailors, okay, can you show me samples of work that you've done in the past? Okay, can you send me pictures of clothes that you've sewn before? Okay, I don't want any kind of clothes. I want to see a particular type of clothes. Is it lace? Is it Ankara? Is it sweatshirt? Have you done this type of thing before? Can you send me samples of work that you've done in the past before? That's exactly what we are talking about. So even you as a person, you want to hire an artisan, okay? You want to hire a carpenter. You want to hire somebody to fix your laptop. You want to hire somebody to fix your phone. You want to get somebody to fix your toilet in the house, a plumber, or anything. You want to see that the person has done it before. All right. And that's exactly where portfolio comes in. So you see, most of the roles that you're going to be going into, they want to show, they want to see proof of work, proof that you have done it before. Okay. And that's exactly what we're looking at. So if you want to hire a tailor, okay, you are looking at, okay, show me samples of the things you've done in the past. Talk more of a technical role. You want to hire a data scientist, you need to see the kind of projects they've done before in the past. You want to hire a data engineer, you want to see the kind of projects they've completed. You want to hire a SOC analyst, a data analyst, a business analyst. What types of projects have you dealt with in the past? Portfolios are now becoming more valuable within the job market. So if today you don't have a portfolio, that's something we also need to talk about. Okay. Now this is my personal success story I want to share with you guys to show you how I was able to conquer these recruitment biases that we all have. So number one is, you need to come from a technical background to get a job within the tech space. That's a very wrong bias, honestly. No. So, like I mentioned, I studied economics in school, unemployed, and even when I finished school, I did not even know what I wanted to do. Okay, I studied economics, and obviously the situation in the country, I couldn't get a job immediately. Long story short, I was able to get my first job, and my first job was working as a management consultant. Okay, now working as a management consultant, I did it for about 4 years, and I'll tell you this: it's also not a technical role. It's nothing tech involved, nothing has to do with tech. Okay. It's just a management consulting role where I was deploying strategy and I was doing training. I was doing so many things at the time, but nothing technical. I wasn't coding. I wasn't doing code. I wasn't building, analytical reports. I wasn't doing any form of automation, nothing. Okay. So how do you come from a non-technical background, okay, and get a job immediately when you get outside the country? So at the time I relocated to Ireland, okay, and I was working as a warehouse operative. I worked in a warehouse, okay. So most people see me today and they were like, "Oh, if Efemena, you have muscles, you have this, you have that." Nah, it's not gym. It's basically me working in the warehouse. I was working in the warehouse for almost a year when I relocated to Ireland. So working in the warehouse, I was talking to somebody in the warehouse, and one of the reasons why we had a session, was it last 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago, and one of the questions I got from the people that attended the session was, it's easy for you to make money in the country. Why tech? Why do I need to go into tech when I can work more hours and get a good living? So while I was working in the warehouse, honestly, that same thing popped up in my head. Okay, because you could work in a warehouse and you could work 2 hours, okay, and you get paid for that 2 hours. So if you work 10 hours, you get paid for those 10 hours that you worked. So long story short is, the more work that you do, the more money you're likely going to make. So at one point when I was working in the warehouse, I was actually working about well over 60 hours in a week, well over 60, 70 hours in a week. And I was earning close to like almost, some weeks I get up to €1,000. Okay. So some weeks I could actually get up to €1,000. And at the time, I was looking at it, I was like, why do I need to suffer myself or stress myself? Or, I could just be doing this work, working many hours for the next 5 years, have my savings and have a good life. Do you understand? Start a business or start something. Even though that sounds like a good strategy, okay, but I mean, you want to work hard. It's an hard work that you need to do for a good number of years in order for you to get what it is, to get what you're looking for. So the thing that really opened my eyes was I was speaking to somebody in the warehouse that had just about 5 years. 5 years, he had been working that warehouse for about 5 years. I was just 1 year, just about a few months into the role. And I was asking him how much he was being paid per hour. Okay. And he told me that he was being paid about roughly about €17. Then it was about €17. He had been working on that job for 5 years. I just started and I got started on €13. €13. So 5 years on that job, and he had only grown by how much? How many euros? That's about €4, okay, per hour for 5 years. And I was like, nah, I don't want to do this for 5 years. All right. So if you have the mindset that I could do my Uber, I could do Uber, I could do a menial job and work more hours and get a good living. Yes, it's a short term. They literally call it survival job. They are not calling it a full-time job or a permanent job. It's a survival job. So you can do it short term, no doubt about that. But people have taken a short-term strategy into a long-term strategy. But that's not what we're going to be talking about in today's session. But you see, I was able to break that bias that most immigrants are coming to the country, can't get a good job. Your name is the problem. Your experience from Nigeria is the problem. There are lots of biases or a lot of rationales people have come up with to the reason why they can't get a good job in the tech space. And eventually, I was able to get a job, and I was working as a business intelligence developer for the same organization. So the same organization I was working as a warehouse operative was the same organization I got a job as a business intelligence developer. So you can see the transition from a non-technical background to going into a technical background. So this is my own personal success story. And this is the reason why we started Amdari, to be honest with you. Professionals that are looking to transition into the tech space that are not coming from a non-technical background, or they are coming from a technical background, but they don't have the experience to get a job. Where do they get this experience? That's exactly what Amdari is providing for you. All right. Because one of the major reasons why I found it difficult to transition was because I had no experience. You see exactly where I'm coming from a non-technical background, all right, working as a non-technical person. How do I go there from that to getting a business intelligence developer role for a global organization? So these are part of the problems that we had. Now, if you're enjoying the session and you still want to get access to the recording of this session, please ensure you fill the attendance form. Okay, ensure you fill the attendance form. All right, so that's very important for you to get the recording and the materials that we're using for today's session. So now, guess what? How did I move? How did I get that first job? That's exactly what we need to talk about. And I usually say that the reason why I got that job was because of a personal project I worked on, was because of a personal project that I worked on. And this is it here. I will share it with you. So if you click on the link, I provided the link to this particular stuff here. So let me see if I can just go back and click on it. All right. All right. So let me just see. Okay. All right. I'll probably share the link to you in the chat. Okay. So it was a personal project I worked on, and that was what I used in landing that first job, working as a business intelligence developer. And I'm pretty sure there are people here today that are wondering, the same thing. How can I get my first job? How can I get my foot into the door? That's part of the things we are still going to shed more light on in today's session. All right. So these are other people that have gone through Amdari that have also gotten success stories, that have gone on to getting a job within the tech space. So we have Damilola here that got a job as a senior data analyst in the UK. All right, this is Damilola, also coming from a non-technical background that wants to get a job in the tech space. That's exactly what she has been able to achieve. We also have another person here. This is Adewumi. Adewumi just recently, based in Canada, okay, was able to get a job. And you could see it here. Hello, Tough. Okay, good evening. It's Adewumi. I just wanted to give you all heads up. I'm reading the chat here, if you can see it. I won't be able to join the drop-in sessions, or participate fully in the project. I have finally landed a job, and I am to resume up next week, up a week. Okay, the first few weeks would be very so busy, and hence might not be able to participate in the project. So these are people that have gone through the Amdari, or they are currently going to Amdari, and they've gotten a job working either as a cybersecurity professional or as a data analyst, a data scientist, a data engineer. Over here, you can see here, hi, Efemena. I trust you are doing good. I come to you with delightful news. I interviewed with 3 companies and was made offers by 3 companies: PwC, Asset Risk Consultant, and Bank Julius Baer. I am sticking with Bank Julius Baer as a data and business analyst. The pay is great, and it comes with great benefits. So these are just a few people that have gone through the Amdari program, and they've gone on to getting their jobs. So the experience that you feel like you are lacking in today, let me see if I can play this. We can listen to it real quick. Let me just play this so you can hear from Damilola. Okay, so it's an Instagram. Let me just post it. Just give me a second. I want to stop sharing so I can. I'm going to just post it so you guys can hear from her directly.
To learn extensively skills that I needed to upskill, and also the tools that I needed to be a seasoned data analyst. And based off on that experience, I moved on to becoming an intern with Dari. And what informed my decision was the fact that we would be given live projects to work on, real life projects to work on, and also a lot of tools that I haven't come across or used in my daily work. And it's been a very good experience. It's been great. It's been challenging because it is pretty much like a second job, and it would push you, and it would push you to actually do better. It's been fun. I've gotten to meet a lot of people. We have teams, we have daily stand-up meetings. We've have mentorship sessions where we get to work on our CVs and just learn about the job market, use different tools, hear from other people and learn from them also. And also we have great mentors that would always be there for us whenever we needed help with anything. Overall, it's been a really awesome experience. And I started in November last year, and right now I have landed myself a senior role in procurement, and it was the training that I got from Dari and also Ten Analytics actually helped me and set me apart to give me the exposure that I needed to get the role. I would encourage everyone out there that want to go this line and take this opportunity to actually go for it, as it would help a lot and to give you the experience that you need. And thank you guys.
So that's exactly what we're talking about. So experience, the things that you need in order for you to get the job, those are the things that we are putting there in front of you. So regardless of any recruitment bias that you feel like you're going through at the moment, you are 100% in the right place for you to get started. So these are just a few people that I've gone through Diary, because if I said I should start playing everybody's video and sharing you every comment or everybody else getting a job, would likely will still be here today. So these are people, actual people. I did with me, Vivian, and we have Damilola also. And we also have extra videos here for you to listen to people that have gone through Amdari and they're currently sharing their success story with us. So, when you're looking at all the biases that you feel like you might be having at the moment, so is it you don't have enough experience, or you don't have this, you don't have that, your CV is not good, your LinkedIn is not good, something might just be that thing that is always injuring you or you think is injuring you. Who are the people for you to work with? And that is the place for you to be, essentially. So the recruiter mindset, and in order for you to be able to beat that recruiter bias that exists within the employment space, in order for you to beat it, okay, you need to understand the recruiter mindset. Number one is what most recruiters are looking for. To be honest, it's a simple job. It's actually a very easy job. All right. But it's difficult because you have a lot of people that you're dealing with. Okay. Now, the recruiter is looking for somebody that can solve the problem. The recruiter is looking for someone that can actually solve the problem. Now, I say this every single time. Put yourself in, using yourself as an example. If you want to get somebody to fix your laptop today, you want somebody that can fix that laptop. You want somebody that will fix the laptop, and you don't need to bother yourself anymore with that particular issue. You want somebody to come in to fix a sink or your TV or your fan or something. All right. You want the person to actually know how to fix it. Correct? So if you're looking to hire people to fix things around your house, you need actual people that have that experience to fix it. Talk more of a global organization that wants to hire a cybersecurity analyst, that wants to hire a data analyst. They want to hire the people that can actually do the job. That's exactly what we're talking about. Now, the next thing is, do they have a growth mindset? Do they have a growth mindset? And you see, most of the interviews that you go for, they ask you tricky questions to show the growth mindset that you are. And a lot of people feel that. So you see, when you're going for an interview, there are certain ways you should answer certain questions. Now, if you're going to interviews and you are feeling like you're experienced enough or you have enough experience in order for you to answer all the questions, but you're freestyling, there is no preparation to how you answer certain questions, you're likely missing out on that. Not because you're not good enough, but it's just like you don't know how to interview properly. Now, the next thing is, will they be easy to train? And I've said this, and I'll say this again. The way you answer certain questions during an interview process is what will make or mar the whole decision of you getting a job. Now, can they demonstrate the actual skill? That's exactly where the portfolio page comes in. So if you don't have a portfolio, for example, all right, and even if you even have a portfolio, there are assessments they will still give to you. There are certain assessments that will give to you. So it's either they send you a data set or they give you a case study for you to go work on. So they want you to practicalize. They want you to demonstrate the skills that you say you have. So you know how to analyze data, you know how to build machine learning models, you know how to do forecasting, you know how to build ETL pipeline, whatever the case might be, they want you to demonstrate it. Okay? And that's exactly, if you know these four things, Okay, for every interview or for every job that you're applying for, you will likely approach it in a different manner. So the key thing is not for them to assume. Now, the first thing that you see there is not say, assume the person can solve the problem. Not assume. They didn't say assume. Can this person solve the problem? So if you understand that, whenever you're applying for a job, you take a look at your own CV. Take a look at the job. Take a look at your CV. Take a look at the job you're applying to. Can this CV, without you put yourself in the recruiter's shoe, with this CV, if they see the CV and they see this job description, would this person think, or not even assume, would this person know I can do the job? Okay, some of you, the job description is looking for somebody that has 3 years of experience working with Power BI and SQL. That's literally the main thing that you're looking for. But on your CV, you would have Python, you would have machine learning, you would have ETL, you have AWS, you would not have Power BI. You probably don't even have SQL in there, but because you say that, because you assume that if the person sees that you have AWS, it means that you know how to use SQL. You assume that if the person sees a certain thing, all right, this person would think I can do this particular thing. So we do a lot of assumption when we're applying for a job. Okay, and that assumption is really what puts us apart. And like I said earlier, they are using tools like ATS now. So if certain keywords don't appear on your CV, the assumption is that you don't have that skill and then you can't do the job. It's as simple as that. So if you're not using certain keywords or you don't know how to optimize your CV in a way that it's going to pass through ATS, you're likely going to be struggling a lot. So now to wrap it up, we're almost wrapping it up. How many things you need to land a job quickly? So these are the very interesting questions that I love to answer. How many things do you think you need to land a job quickly? Let me see. Put the answer in the chat. Let me see. How many things, just off the top of your head, okay? How many things do you need to land a job quickly? How many things? Let me see. Just, you can give me random numbers in there. All right. How many things do you think you need in order for you to get a job? How many things you think you need in order for you to get a job? Put it in the chat. I want to see. Let's see. Let me see. The correct answer is going to get something from me. Let me see. All right. So just go to the chat and type in the number of things you think you need in order for you to get. Okay. Number one is skills. Okay. 5 things actually. 7, 5. Okay. Quite a number of people are going with 5. 5 is a very good number, but unfortunately, it's not 5. Osai says 3, just 3 things. There are actually just 3 things that you need to land a job quickly. There are only 3 things you need to do. Okay, so what are these 3 things? I'm going to show you now. There are only 3 things. Number one is to learn. Number one is to learn an in-demand skill, not just any type of skill. Learn an in-demand tech skill. Now, what are these in-demand tech skills? I have 8 of them in here. Number one is data analytics. Number 2 is data science. Number 3, business analysis. Number 4, project management. Number 5, data engineering. Number 6, SOC analyst. Number 7, GRC. Number 8, ethical hacking and penetration testing. Learn. When I say learn the skills. Learn, like if you have to pay for a boot camp, or you need to go to a training, or you need to pay for a training program online on Udemy, on YouTube. Learn as much as you can. Learn. I'm not saying to become an expert. Learn to the extent whereby you know it. Okay. The next thing is to package yourself, and this is where a lot of people short thought of. Now, it's easy for you to go on YouTube to go learn. It's easy for you to buy a course on Udemy. It's easy for you to pay for a training program. I mean, there are 1,001 training programs out there that you could actually pay for. Okay. Now, the reason why a lot of people are missing out today, it's because of packaging. Honestly, it's because of packaging. And what are the things that encompasses what we call packaging? Packaging basically covers your CV, number one. All right, your CV is number 1. Number 2 is your LinkedIn profile. Number 3 is mentorship. A lot of you don't have mentors. So a lot of you that are looking like landing a job or landing a good paying job or whatsoever, a mentor is absolutely required. The reason why I say this is simple. There's a local parlance in Nigeria. We say follow who know road. Follow the person that knows the road. Now, let me use myself as an example again. When I relocated and I was working as a warehouse staff, I found it difficult to get a job. I was trying by myself. I was consistently trying and applying and getting a lot of rejection emails. And I'm pretty sure some of you are in that same shoes today. Now, I reached out to somebody on LinkedIn, okay, and she was one of the first people that really provided, quality mentorship. Her name is Ife, okay, and she was the person that told me about, how to revamp my CV. She talked about things about revamping my CV. She talked about the things that should be on my CV and how it should appear. And you see, just having that conversation with her, I was able to move from getting lots of rejection. So if I apply for 10 jobs, probably I don't hear back from 4, and then I get 6 rejection emails. Okay, that's making it 10. So I moved from that kind of metric to getting like more interviews. I was getting more calls. I was getting people calling me, so I could apply for 10 jobs. I was still get some rejections, but I was getting more people calling me or going for more interviews. And that's exactly what you're looking for. So you see, that time I was using to learn, trying to figure out things myself. If I had spoken to her a month or 2 months before that, I would have been getting success earlier. So that's exactly what mentorship has to do with you. So you are attending today's session, okay? You are likely learning new things that you've never heard of before, all right? And that's exactly where mentorship comes in. Number 4 is interview preparation. A lot of us that are coming from Africa or any other country, we just don't know how to interview properly. The way you interview outside the country is not the same way you interview when when you're in Nigeria, in Ghana, or whatever country you're coming from. It's not the same thing. It's actually not the same thing. So in Nigeria, if I talk in a particular way or I answer a question in a particular way, I will likely get a job. If I answer that same question the way I answered it in the UK, I will likely get a rejection email. So that's exactly how do you answer this question? And interview preparation is something that you absolutely need as an immigrant, a new immigrant, or you have been looking to get in a job. You need somebody to guide you on interview preparation. Number 5 is job reference. Who can back up your experience? So you say, okay, you have 3 years of experience working as a data analyst. Okay, tell me, can that company write you a reference? So if you're not getting that reference, where are you supposed to get it? Okay. And last but not the least is on the job support. On the job support is number 6. So these are employability skills that you need in order for you to get a job. You must have a great CV. You must have a great LinkedIn profile. You must seek mentorship, mentors. And number 4 is interview preparation. Number 5 is job reference. Number 6 is on the job support. Okay. Now, moving on to the next thing, then you can now start applying for jobs. So you see, I get a lot of people sending me messages and saying like, oh, Efemena, where can I apply for jobs? Where can I apply for jobs in the UK? Where can I apply for remote jobs in the US? Where can I apply? Everybody wants to apply for a job, but nobody wants to learn. Nobody wants to package themselves or take out time to package themselves properly. They just want to apply. So you see a lot of people joining sessions like this asking, where can I apply for jobs? Where can I apply for sponsored jobs? Where can I apply for sponsored jobs? And I say this, a lot of recruiters in the UK now a lot of recruiters in the UK now don't offer sponsored jobs. If I rewind backward, like let's say 3 years ago, 2-3 years ago, a lot of jobs that you see on the job board would have sponsorship available. But you don't see those kind of things anymore. You don't see a lot of recruiters or employers putting it there verbatim. Sponsorship is available. Now, let me tell you exactly what has happened over time. They've seen that a lot of people would just do anything possible to get that sponsored job. So once they get the sponsored job, they don't really deliver as much. Okay, so there's a problem, okay, whereby they get sponsorship, they need to stay with the country, they can't let go of the person. Okay, so if they sponsor you, they hardly just sack people in the UK. All right, so they are stuck with an incompetent staff. All right. So in order for them to mitigate this particular problem, what do? They now have what we call contract staff. So contract 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, whatever months, 24 months in some cases. But I'm not saying you're going to look for contract job for 24 months. Okay. But essentially, they do these contract jobs so that they can assess you. There is nothing that is tying you guys together. You don't have any benefits. You don't have holidays. You don't have anything, but they just want to assess the quality of work that you do as a professional. Now, in most cases, okay, in most cases in which that's exactly how I was able to get sponsored in Ireland, that's the same way I was able to get sponsored in the UK. Now, in these cases, they look at it, and even in that 6 months you're able to perform well, they give you sponsorship. Then there's a possibility of them giving you sponsorship. But you see, majority of the places that you go to, you'll probably not find sponsor job available, fund sponsor job. So you see, apply, apply, apply. A lot of people are just looking for where to apply for jobs, but they don't want to learn an in-demand skill. They don't want to package themselves. They just want to apply. Last but not the least, that's exactly what allows you to you land your job. So if you learn today, you package yourself and you apply for these jobs, there is a 90% chance you're likely going to get a job. There is a likelihood, a very high likelihood of you getting your job. So remember, LPA equals to your job offer. LPA equals to your job offer. I mean, if you're enjoying today's session, please, guys, fill the attendance form so that you can get access to the materials, and you can use this. You can actually read it again, or you can revisit the materials, or you can even watch the recording of the session again and again for you to capture whatever parts you're missing. So please ensure you fill the attendance form. So remember, LPA, learn, package, and then apply for these jobs. These are the things that you need in order for you to get a job. All right. Now, let's talk about learn real quick. The reason why I called it in-demand tech skills. What are in-demand tech skills? In a brief moment, I'm going to walk you through it. So when we're talking about learning an in-demand skill, learn a skill that is consistently going to be in demand. All right? Consistently going to be in demand in the sense that every time you go to the job market, you're always going to see an influx of people for that particular role. Now, take for example, let's just take a quick one. All right. So if I go to, let's just go to a job board. So I go to a job board and I search for let me just look for read.co.uk. So I go to read.co. Okay. Read.co.uk. All right. And I search for the role of a data analyst. For example, I search for the role of a data analyst. Okay. Okay. And I search for this particular role. Okay. So you see 2,854 data analyst jobs exist. Okay. Now, days posted. Okay. Today, 23 jobs were posted today. In the last 3 days, 306 jobs were posted. In the last week, 566 jobs were posted. In the last 2 weeks, 1,377 jobs were posted for just a single role called data analyst. Now, in the same vein, as a data analyst, let's say you focus on one particular tool and you go and search for that tool. Let's just say you focus on Power BI and you're very good with Power BI and you search for just Power BI. You see, you have 1,000 jobs again that is available, over 1,000 jobs. So in the last date posted, 4 jobs. In the last 3 days, you have another 118 jobs that were posted. In the last week, 238 jobs were posted. In the last 2 weeks, 529 jobs were posted. So you see, these are roles that you could actually take on. Now take a look at this particular one. This one is 350 to 450 pounds per day. Okay, and you see other jobs for 45 to 50 pounds. Just Power BI developer roles, okay, can actually pay you as high as 40 to like 50,000 pounds per month, per annum. So this is Power BI developer, 55 to 65,000 pounds. Okay, so these are jobs that you can actually apply to as a data analyst. Okay, that's exactly what we mean by in demand. So also in the same vein, you could take a look at GRC. You might look at GRC, for example, and say that there are not a lot of jobs in GRC. So you see senior GRC consultant, you have governance and risk technology and all that. So you see today, there are not a lot of jobs in GRC. So anytime, let's just put it at any time. So just about 60 jobs are available. But the key thing there is it's not just about the job title. It's not just about the actual title. It's, there are so many ways you can actually go about searching for a job, what we call navigating the job market. So rather than searching for GRC, I could always just search for one aspect, which is either governance, risk, or compliance, and see exactly what I have. Now, looking at just compliance, there are 23,000 compliance jobs available. So if you have extensive, if you come through Ambari today, for example, and you go through GRC, you learn about GRC, you have experience in GRC, you have an in-demand skill that is in demand in the sense that there are about 20,000 jobs available in terms of compliance. So compliance officer to compliance lead to compliance manager to compliance administrator to compliance analyst. There are so many compliance jobs out there that you could actually take advantage of to break into the tech space. And that's exactly what we're talking about. So when you're talking about learning an in-demand skill, it's the demand. There is a demand for that thing. Okay. So looking at this, they've designed this into this report. I mean, that's one of the major reasons why you need to fill the form. So the attendance list, okay, so you can get access to this material. So if you click here to download, if you click here, you see click here to download. If I click on this, it takes you to the page where you have the actual document. So you see it's a 290 page document that talks about the future of work, the future of jobs. All right. Now, let's take a look at this. They've divided this into two categories, okay? They've divided this into two categories. This category over here on the right, on the left, okay? These are career paths that are going to grow. These are career paths. The ones on the left are the ones that are going to grow, and the ones on the left, on the right, are the ones that are going to decline. That people are going to lose their job. Okay. So now let's take a look at the ones that are going to grow quickly. Okay. So you see, you have quite a number of jobs here that are going to grow. So you see, big data analyst, AI and machine learning specialist, security management specialist, data warehousing specialist, data analyst and scientist, information security analyst, that's cybersecurity, data engineers. So when you're looking at business analysis now, you see digital transformation specialist and process automation specialist. This falls into the domain of the business analysis. So you also have organizational development specialists. You also have database and networking professionals. This all feels, all the roles that you have here falls into this category: data engineering, data analytics and data science, business analysis, cybersecurity, and HR analyst. So you see, all the domains that we have here falls into this like a broad domain essentially. So if you take a look at data engineering, big data specialist, that's the role of a data engineer. Data warehousing specialist, that falls into the role of data engineering also. Big data engineers, obviously that falls into data engineering. And last but not the least, when you get network or database professional, that also fits into the role of a data engineer. All right. But there are more also. Now, when you take a look at this is business intelligence analyst. There is sales and marketing professionals, supply chain and logistics professionals. We have management and organization analysts. All this falls into the domain of data analytics and data science. You see here, you also have project managers. These are roles that are going to grow. So project management is a role that will continue to exist and continue to grow. All right. Last but not the least, you have HR analysts, you have data engineers, and so on. So you see, these roles are there. They are in demand. These are roles that are going to continue to grow in the future. So, and that's the reason why we selected those 8 career paths. Okay. That's the reason why we selected those 8 career paths that are what we call in demand tech skills that will continue to grow. All right. So, in order for you to bypass that bias that we have within the tech space. So, oh, I'm looking to get a job in the tech space. I don't know what to learn. I don't know how to get started. That's the first question that we've already answered for you. So these are the 8 career paths that guarantees you, some success, some level of success in you getting a job. Now, so we have the almighty job formula. And I don't want you guys to forget this, honestly speaking. I want you to take advantage of this particular formula. We call it the almighty job formula. And it is TEX plus E equals to your job offer. So I've taught you LPA, learn, package yourself, and apply. But this is another one that you also need to understand. TEX plus E equals to job offer. So TEX, so the T stands for technical skills, okay? The T stands for technical skills. EX stands for experience. EX stands for experience. And the E over here stands for employability skills. employability skills. So T raised to the power EX plus E equals to job offer. Now, what is T? That's the technical skills I talked about. Those 8 distinctive career paths that I told you at the early start for you to leverage. So when you're talking about in-demand technical skills, you have data analytics, you have data science, you have data engineering, business analysis, project management. Under cybersecurity, we focus on 3 major domains, and that is SOC analyst, we have ethical hacking and penetration testing, and we have governance, risk, and compliance. Now, these are the entirely 8 career paths that are in demand. So you see, it's not randomly selected. The career path that we selected are not randomly selected. They are selected based off what we call an in-demand market. Okay, so these are career paths that are going to be in demand, continues going to be in demand, going to remain to be in demand, and these are the ways that you can leverage it in getting your job. Now, I used the tailor example earlier. Even if today you want to hire a tailor, you want to get a plumber, you want to get somebody to fix your laptop, you need somebody that has experience. So you see, technical skill is not enough anymore. If the person says, "Oh, I know how to repair a laptop," how many years? How long have you been doing this? That's the next question. Oh, you know how to you're a tailor. Okay, fantastic. How long have you been working as a tailor? Okay, can I see some of the things that you've done? Experience is what you're looking for. So even if you are good technically, okay, so you've learned the technical skills, if you don't have experience, you will likely struggle to get a job. So it's these technical skills raised to the power of experience. So it's based off your experience that guarantees you getting a job. So technical skills, experience plus employability skills get you your job. So now what's employability skills? Let's explore that very quickly. Okay. So employability talks about your CV. You need to have a great CV. Don't just use one CV to apply for 5, 7, 10 jobs, or don't just tweak your CV in a very, very basic manner. We're talking about tweaking your CV in the sense that you can use that CV to get a job. You're converting more roles. You're getting people reaching out to you and asking you, "Oh, can you spare 30 minutes for a quick call? Can you speak to us?" Okay, because we saw your CV and we feel your CV is appropriate for the role. Now, you want to get those kind of feedback. And that's where CV is very important. If today you're struggling to get an interview, it's because you don't have a great CV. It's because your CV is not great enough. That's one of the major reasons why you are struggling to land an interview. Now, the next thing also is LinkedIn profile. Now, LinkedIn profile should be like your digital foot. It should be your digital footprint in the sense that if you're applying for a job, okay, let's say let's just assume you're not even applying for a job. Now, majority of the jobs that you see on the job board only account for, I would say, about 60%, okay, of the jobs in the job market. There's something we also call the Eden job market, okay? There's something we call Eden job market, and that's where linked optimization comes in significantly. Now, before a job is posted, if take for example, Amdari is looking to hire a data analyst or hire a cybersecurity analyst, before we go ahead to post it online, to say that okay, it's time for us to go post online to get new applicants, we would have exhausted the internal ones that we have. Internal in the sense that we go on LinkedIn and search, okay, cybersecurity professionals in the UK. All right. And then we see a list of people. Now, if your LinkedIn is not optimized properly, you would not appear in those kind of searches. Okay. So before an organization will make that decision to say that we want to recruit a SOC analyst, okay, and you see the job post on LinkedIn, it means that they have searched, okay, they've done what we call headhunting, and they've not been able to get somebody. So that's why they not go to the extent of getting general, random people submit applications for those kind of jobs. All right. So that's where LinkedIn optimization comes in. LinkedIn optimization allows people to see your profile, all right, based on certain searches. So it's just like search engine optimization. You go on Google today and you're looking for where to buy a particular product, okay, and you put that product online, they recommend it to you immediately. Okay, it's just like you want to work on projects in data, you want to work on projects in cybersecurity, data analytics, business project management. You see, Amdari will be recommended. Okay, to say I'm go to Amdari, that's exactly what Google has done. So search engine optimization, it's the same thing with LinkedIn optimization, but LinkedIn optimization is just within LinkedIn. So whenever somebody searches for a particular type of career, you would appear. And I usually would say this: eyeballs, the more eyeballs your profile attracts, the more people that see your profile, the more opportunities you're going to get. And I'll say this again: the more eyeballs that your profile attracts, the more opportunities you're likely going to get. The other thing also is navigating the job market. Okay, and I did that. The quick one I did for you was on compliance. So if you go today, you've learned GRC and you're looking to become a GRC analyst. Okay, or you want to work in GRC, you like compliance, you like governance, you like risk and all that, and you're currently struggling to get a job. And that's because you're searching for GRC, and you've not been able to get something good. You see, only changing the job title that you're applying for increase your opportunity of you getting a job. Now, if there were only like about less than 500 jobs in GRC, okay, but you use just compliance analyst, for example, and you're seeing over like 5,000 roles that are available, you see, just changing the naming convention of the jobs that you're looking for also plays a crucial role in you getting a job. So governance skills are what you're looking for. So as a data analyst, you could also apply for so many other jobs: risk analyst, data analyst, supply chain analyst, customer insight analyst, product analyst, web analyst. There are so many kind of analytical roles. The same thing in data science, the same thing in data engineering, the same thing in SOC, the same thing in GRC. So the role title that you're applying for is also very, very important. All right. The one we have here, number 4, is interview preparation. How do you answer interview questions? Tell me about yourself. How do you answer that very basic question? Tell me about yourself. Okay. Tell me about yourself. And that's exactly where it comes in. How do you answer that kind of question? And how do you portray yourself? Okay, you see a lot of people do freestyles to answer this kind of question. My name is Efemena April. I am the third child. I am the second one. I am the first person to travel out. You mentioned all this is in freestyle. But how do you answer questions? How do you answer these questions properly? That's exactly where interview preparation comes in. We also have in mentorship session. We also have job reference letter, and we have the seventh one, which is on the job support. So you see, these are the 7 things that encompasses what we call employability skills: CV review, LinkedIn optimization, navigating the job market, interview preparation, mentorship session, job reference letter, and number 7 is on the job support. So now combining all these things together is what we refer to as employability skills. Okay. Now, the real question there is, how does Amdari help you? How would Amdari help me? If Efemena help me, if Efemena, help me, how can Amdari help me, get what I'm looking for, get a job in the tech space? And those are the things we're going to talk about in the next few seconds. Then we call it a day. So now, work experience is the new gold. Work experience is the new gold. So if you're looking to get in a job today, it's not your certificate, it's not your degree, it's not anything that is beyond your control. Is the number is your years of experience that actually is that's the big deal, honestly speaking. And that's exactly why we started Namdari, because quite a number of people that are looking to get in a job, you see here, entry level candidates are most often told inexperience is the reason why they weren't hired. So it's either you're looking for Canada experience or UK experience, or you're looking for some kind of industry experience. That's the reason why a lot of people are missing out on opportunities. All right. So lack so people that miss out on this opportunity, basically they lack the required years of experience, or lack the required technical skills, or lack the required soft skills. So you see, majority of the entry level roles also must have at least 2 years of experience, at least 1 year of experience, at least 6 months of experience, at least 3 years of experience. Now, entry level jobs are supposed to be jobs that graduate entries, what we call entry level. Entry level is just you don't have any experience and you're looking to get a job. That's what they call entry level. So now you see, most entry level roles require work experience, at least 3 years, at least 2 years, at least 1 year. And these are people that's supposed to have no experience. So you're just finishing college, you're just finishing university, and you need a job. Now they're asking you to have experience. Now the key question is, where are you supposed to get this experience? That's exactly where Amdari comes in. Okay. So we have, Amdari, what we call Rave. Now, let me show you how the internship program works. How does the internship program work? So, what we've done is to get business challenges, okay, get business challenges and redesign it into projects for you to work on, okay, for you to work on. So we'll redesign and remodel the case studies, the business challenges, okay, and then we give you this particular project for you to work on. So if you're looking to work on projects in cybersecurity, you're looking to work on projects in data science, data engineering, you want to work on projects in project management, business analysis. So you've done what you're learning and you're looking to build experience. So what we have done is to gather all these business challenges across whatever career path that you're looking at, then we give you this project for you to work on. Okay, so it could be a website implementation project, it could be a mobile app implementation project, it could be a machine learning, it could be an AI project, it could be any kind of project. Okay, and you get assigned this project for you to work on. Now, in the same vein, a mentor is also assigned to you or to work with you. So because you've not done this before, you likely will find it difficult to understand how to start and how to finish. So that's exactly where the mentor comes in. So the mentor would also provide guidance as to how you should work. In, say, for example, the mentor is an experienced person. The person is coming from in the industry, and the person would have a minimum of 5 to 10 years of experience working in the tech space. Now, this person will provide you with actionable steps to take. So if you're looking at, say, data engineering, for example, in a typical work environment, this is exactly how you would start your project. So once the project is assigned to you, this is how you commence. This is how we start. These are the first thing you need to do. If you're a business analyst, oh, this is how you engage your stakeholders. This is how you ask the right question. This is how you document. This is how you elicitate. This is how all those things. So the mentor will provide you with guidance and support. Now, the next thing also is team presentation. So a typical project would last about 2 to 3 weeks, depending on how you work around it. So a project is assigned to you. So I'll share some of the projects with you. You get to see this project yourself, and you get to see how you interact with your mentor to solve the project, to solve the business problem. Now, after completing it, you are required to do a presentation, so improving your soft skill, your presentation skills. You also have evaluation of your work, and at the end, whatever recommendation you're giving the business is likely going to go forward. Okay, and that's exactly what we have done. So you can add it to your project. You can add it to your project portfolio. You can put it on your LinkedIn profile that you currently work with Amdari, okay, as a data analyst consultant, as a data engineering consultant, as a business analyst consultant. Because you're going to be working on real business challenges, you're going to be delivering real value, okay, and all that. You can put it on this list and you can use it to claim work experience. And that's exactly where we come in, okay? So if you're looking at UK experiences, we are currently registered in the UK, so you can, register with us, work with these business challenges, and then you can use this experience in applying for any job that you're looking for. All right. So Amdari is your one-stop shop platform that provides you with learning capacity, packaging capacity, and application capacity. And we've done this in a meticulous way to ensure that you get all the value within one space. So your learning capacity, your packaging capacity, and your job application process, we'll talk about that real quick in the next few minutes. So today, if you go to the Amdari website, I'm just going to go to Amdari website. Just give me a second. I'm going to share this with you. All right. So if you go today to the Amdari website, you see this is the landing page. This is the landing page of the website. All right. So you see here, gain work experience by working on real projects in data engineering, data science, cybersecurity, or what business analysis and all that. Okay. So I'm going to go to my dashboard and I will use this to show you what I mean by one-stop shop platform. So once you register for the training program, you are also given a premium access to the website. Okay. So you can get projects across different areas, different certain areas. Okay. Now, when we're talking about learning, so you see, we have the very virtual experience. So this is the internship program where you get to work on real life projects, you get to deliver real life solutions to real problems, real business problems, and so on. Well, in the same vein, you also have what we call a learn page that gives you courses, short courses from data science to data engineering to cybersecurity and so on. So take a look at cybersecurity. Now, if you're a cybersecurity analyst, you're working on projects and you want to still learn while you're working on projects, we have this cybersecurity crash courses that you could actually take. So we have introduction to cybersecurity, we have network security and incidents detection, we have SOC analysis and log analysis, you have endpoint and web application. So these are short courses that you could actually take while you are taking your internship. In the same vein, the same thing for data analysts, the same thing for data scientists. So introduction to data science, Excel and statistics, introduction to Python for data science, Python for data science, machine learning, and for data scientists, computer vision, so on and so forth. So you see, these are short courses that you could actually take while you are in the internship. So another thing I wanted to talk about is the ability for you to some of the projects that you get to work on. So I'm just going to go to the Google Classroom. I'm going to show you some of the projects our guys are currently working on. So you see this. Let's take a look at project management. So it's not only data, cybersecurity, or whatsoever you're going to be talking about. So you see this. So this is. Let me just show you the first project. Now we have this initiation. This is. Let me just show you the full project itself. Okay, so initiation and planning of a digital expense management system at Suit Consult. Okay, so the name of the company is Suit Consult Limited, and the project you're going to be working on as a project manager is the initiation and planning of a digital expense management system. So this is the company overview. Suit Consult is a rapidly growing mid-sized professional service firm founded in 2023 with offices in Netherlands, Belgium, and Germany. The company provides a digital transformation consulting and operates across multiple sectors, including finance, logistics, and retail. So just giving you a background about the company. So now, what's the business problem? The case study overview. Suit Consults, okay, expense reporting process is currently manual, requiring employees to submit receipts via emails or physical printouts. Reimbursements are processed through spreadsheet and manual approval. This outdated system has led to processing delays, data inconsistency, lack of visibility, difficulty enforcing reimbursement, employee dissatisfaction, and so on and so forth. Now, rationale of the project, what are you going to be working on? What are the rationale? You're going to be rationale is automation, transparency, policy enforcement, and all that. And that's basically where you start to come in. So the project scope, initiation phase. As a project manager, if you've really read about this or you've done a certification, but you really don't know how to implement this in an actual project, this is exactly where you start to get project-based experience. Okay, so the project scope, the first thing is initiation phase, all right? Then you move into the planning phase, and these are like broken down, your project task breakdown. So what are you going to be doing every single day as a project manager? Okay, so if you get a job today and they ask you to, oh, do you have any experience with, initiation and planning for a project and all that, you definitely can use this project as your experience as a project manager. Okay, the same thing with GRC. Let's take a look at GRC. Okay, so some of the they've worked on, the guys that started in May. This is one of the projects they are currently working on. So you have this. Let me just show you this real quick. So Brookstead Interiors Risk Assessment Project. Okay, so this is a risk-based project as a GRC specialist. So the company background. Brookstead Interiors is a luxury interior design and furniture manufacturing company undergoing rapid digital transformation. So one of the major things that most organizations are working on today is digital transformation because of the advent of AI, the pace at which technology is evolving on a daily basis is absolutely mind blowing. So most organizations, even I personally as a professional, as a consultant, I work with a ton of organizations in the UK, in the US, and majority of them are going through what we call, you see either digital transformation or you have like some solution implementation technology. There are a lot of implementation projects, a lot of migration projects, a lot of transformation projects, and those are the things that you get to involved with. Okay. So breaking it down, practices identified during staff interviews. So they are you are doing all these things, and these are the kind of things that you need to learn and get started. Within the company. So this is one of the projects you're going to be working on also. Where you're going into GRC, so risk assessment and all that. The same thing with data science, data analytics. Let's take a look at a data analytics project. So project one, you see here, project one materials. We have project one optimizing order fulfillment. So you take a look at this. These are the projects. So while you're working on this project, you also have access to courses, like I mentioned. So say, for example, data analytics, you have access to courses in data analytics, Excel, Power BI, Tableau, SQL, Microsoft Fabrics. So you see, everything is detailed in a way to help you learn while you are also working. So you're working on the internship and you're also learning through the short courses that we have designed for you. All right. So in terms of packaging, would help you with your CV review and revamp, would help you do that. Okay. Number two, LinkedIn optimization in the same vein would help you do that. Number three, mentorship and coaching. You see, majority of the sessions I shared with you just now would have what we call mentorship sessions. You have like sessions, you see the drop-in sessions, you have the mentorship sessions, and so on and so forth. So if I go to classwork, you see, you see a lot of drop-in sessions, internship sessions, and all that. So we have all these sessions that is designed to help you get mentored while you're learning. So you're working on the project, you are also going to be learning, in terms of your mentorship and all that. So we help you with your CV, LinkedIn profile, mentorship, interview preparation. So you have an interview coming up. Yes, we'll prepare you for the interview, job reference, and on the job support. Now, the next thing is application, applying for jobs. So you see on the job board also on the website, if you go back to the website, I'll go to job board and you see we have a consolidated job board for people that are looking to get a job. So you see majority of the roles that are here, all the roles on the job board are remote jobs, and we're getting them from different job boards across the world. So from LinkedIn to Indeed to Flex Jobs to Simply Hired to Glassdoor, we're scraping the internet, scraping all these job pages, and we're bringing them, harmonizing them into our platform. So you see this platform contains all most of the remote jobs across of the platform. So rather than you going to multiple places to look for a remote job, we've consolidated everything into one particular place in order making it easy for you to accept remote jobs literally across the world. All right. So like I said, Amdari is a one-stop shop platform that provides you with learning, packaging, and application. So you can learn on the platform through the internship and through the short courses that we have available for you. Packaging in the sense that would help you with your CV, LinkedIn, mentorship, interview, job readiness, and all that. An application in the sense that would also provide you with a job board that consolidates remote jobs from different platforms. Now, to wrap it up, we have a new course starting next month, the 7th of June, and it's available for you to get started. Okay, it's available for you to get started. So if currently you're looking to get in that UK experience, you want to work on projects, you want to know what a day in the life of data analyst, data scientist, cybersecurity analyst would look like, then this session is tailored for you. All right. So now we have the discount run. We have a special discount, a special upon special discount that is currently running. All right, and it's only available for the first 20 people. So you definitely want to be part of the first 20 people. You will definitely have to be part of the first 20 people. So now to explain it better for you to understand, so we have the 8 career paths in here: data analytics, data science, data engineering, business analysis, agile project management, SOC, ethical hacking, and governance, risk, and compliance. Now, the 3 months, we have the 3 months work experience program, and we have the 6 months work experience program. Now, this is one of the best deals that you will get, honestly speaking. So, what we're doing today is what the special offer for the people on the call today, for the first 20 people that take advantage of this. You could pay for 3 months experience and actually get 6 months of experience. So rather than you paying £750 for 6 months work experience, you could actually pay £390. Okay, you can pay for the 3 month work experience, but you will get 6 months work experience program. So today, if you pay 390, all right, you get access to a 6 month internship. So you're paying 3 months, you're paying for 3 months internship, but you're getting 6 months of internship. So you're paying for 3 months, but you're actually getting 6 months internship experience. So, and that discount is only for the first 20 people that pay from today's session. So if you pay for 3 months, you actually get 6 months internship experience. Now, the good thing also is that you don't have to pay £390 at once. Okay, you don't have to pay £390 at once. You could actually still pay in installments. You could actually pay in installments. So, and I will do this real quick for you. So if you click on the link in the chat, so my colleagues are dropping the links in the chat. So all you need to do is click on that link in the chat. All right, it takes you to this. So typically, the 6 month internship is for, if you take a look at this, I'm going to change this to USD. Okay, it's supposed to be 750 USD. It's about 1,000. So give me a second. All right, so yes, so just give me a second. Pounds. I'm going to change it to pounds so we can all see it in pounds. Okay. GBP. GBP. All right. So it's supposed to be £750 for 6 months data analytics internship experience. But what we are saying today is if you pay for 3 months, you actually get 6 months internship. You actually get that 6 months. So you don't have to pay £750 today to get started. All right, you don't have to pay. So all you need to do is pay for this 390. You pay 390, either first installment, second installment, or three installment, monthly installment. So you could actually still select the 3 monthly installment, secure internship, and you see all you need to pay today is £130. So now you paying £130, you get access to the 6 months internship. That's what we're saying. So it's a very, very special and very, very limited, access to the internship program. It's literally once, this is the only time you're going to be getting this kind of bonus or incentive. And the reason why we're doing this is so we can get more people, get started and get more success stories. Okay. So this is a limited offer for just this weekend. So you can pay for 3 months internship, but you're getting 6 months of internship experience, and it's only available for the first 20 people. So if you pay £390, in which you could actually pay in 3 installments. So instead of paying £390 one, if you have the 3 nights and you'll pay once, that's fantastic. That's good. If you want to pay in 2 installments, that's also fantastic. If you want to pay in 3 installments, absolutely fantastic. So if you pay 3 months installments, all you need to pay today is £130. Okay, and you get access to a 6 months internship. As a 6 months internship, we cover your internship experience, your learning experience, your employability experience, remote jobs, interview preparation, reference letter, all the things that you're looking for. We cover literally every single thing. So what is due today is £130 for you to get started. So pay £130 and get 6 months of work experience internship. So secure discount today using the link in the chat. So once you click on proceed, you put in your name, your email address, your phone number, and click on proceed. And that's all you need to do. So those are the things that you need to do to get started. All right. So if you're looking at getting started, guys, all you need to do today is go to the enrollment center, click on the 3 months plan, secure it. Securing your 3 months gives you the ability to secure for 6 months. Like I said, this is only available for this weekend. So if you want to be part of the first 20 people to get access to this, I would say you should do that as soon as possible. Pay for 3 months and get 6 months internship experience, and you still have multiple payment installments available for that. All right. So we also have other people that have gone through the internship and have gone on to getting, very fantastic offers. Okay. So you see, we have Nimat, we have Andrew, we have Solomon. I'm just going to play that of Andrew in a few minutes so that you can see it for yourself, or you can listen to, some success stories before we call it a day. All right, just give me a second. I'm going to move to this and then I'll share this again. I'm coming, let me just post this and share a particular tab so you can see it better. Okay, so you can hear from the horse's mouth. His video is very long, so I'll probably just have to play a very short one to just keep it there. All right, so give me a second.
My name is Andrew. I'm a business and data analyst. I started my journey with the Analytics business analyst program, where I picked up a lot of like solid skills like data analysis and business strategy. Right now, I intern at Amdari, where I get to apply a lot of these amazing skills. For instance, analyzing social determinants of health data and also optimizing business processes. I remember when I initially started this program, I was eager, but at the same time somewhat nervous because I had time translating or communicating raw data into actual business solutions. One of the biggest challenges for sure for me earlier on was how to communicate complex data findings to non-technical stakeholders. But over time, I've improved on that. And in fact, I'm very confident. I'm tremendous. I'm very good at explaining complex findings to non-technical stakeholders and pretty much anybody on the team, right? But the biggest game changer for me was was at Amdari, where I got to work with a lot of cool projects, particularly the social determinants of health projects, where we had to analyze data that has to do with health to figure that affects our social and the social factors of health that affect people and their well-being. Right, so that was like a new territory for me, but like I was able to pick it up and understand the data and like provide actionable insights, and the findings were quite impactful and amazing. Another milestone for me was also as a business analyst working on a project with Hisense. Hisense is like a recruitment platform that is AI powered, so we got to build that from scratch to help the businesses or like recruiters like get the right candidates quicker, and also from the job perspective to be the right fit for the right jobs and everything. So it was really fantastic. Honestly, the program has been like instrumental in my growth. They don't just teach you technical skills like data analysis, but they also help you know how to communicate the data into solving business problems, and also cultivating amazing relationships with like our stakeholder, how to communicate with them and make sure that the solutions you're giving them is actually making a meaningful impact in their businesses. Personally, another thing that I like to share is like two key parts for me in data analytics that stood out for me was like that I picked up rather was the open mind, the problem solving skills rather, which was very key for me, because sometimes you know stuff, you understand it, but at the same time in the real world solutions, you get to work with one or two data that will make you like, scratch your head a bit. So that problem solving mindset that they got to imbibe in me, where I get to sit on a problem for a little bit and actually think out the solution and come up with something fantastic like that was also good. And also another thing that I picked up that is very instrumental and that I shape my work today is the storytelling ability. So knowing that data is just not about numbers, but actually storytelling that actually end up making meaningful decisions, right? So
All right, like I said, it's a very long conversation, and this is, Andrew, and this is one of the people that have gone through the training program. Like, you can hear exactly how he's able to defend his experience. So all I'm trying to say today is, if you're looking at getting started, this is the best place to be. Okay, so all the recruitment biases, all the things that you might feel like might be a major problem for you to get started, all you need to do is just click on the link to get started in today's session. So if you're looking to take advantage of it, the discount is only available for the first 20 people to get started. So that's Andrew with you. I mean, if you get access to the material, listen to Nima, Solomon, Busayo, Stephanie, Timi, Olani, and you see we have a ton of professionals professionals literally across different careers that are looking at getting started. So all I'm saying today is if you pay for 3 months internship, you're paying £390 today, but you're getting 6 months. So you're getting an additional 3 months of experience. So if you're looking at getting started, the discount is only available for the first 20 people to get started. So you're paying 3 months, but you're getting for 6 months internship. And the good thing, like I mentioned earlier, is if you secure and you don't need to pay what do you call it? You don't need to pay everything at once. It's an installmental payment. So if you're looking at getting started in 3 months, I'll just put GBP here so you can see it. I'm currently here. So instead of paying 90 at once, you could do that. That's if that's okay with you. You could do it in 2 monthly installments or 3 months. So once you're secure with your £130 today, click on proceed and put in your full name, email address, and phone number, and then go ahead to make your payments. Once you've made your payments, you are good to go. So you're paying for 3 months internship. That's it. You're securing the £130 today, and you're getting 6 months worth of experience, okay, and mentorship and guidance and so on and so forth. So if you're looking to getting started, I can see some people sending me, okay, after making payment, what's next? Okay, once you make your payment, all you need to do is come here to fill the payment registration form. Click here, payment registration form. Click here to register your payment. So all you need to do here is just put in your name, your first name, your last name. You're just filling the form for us to track and to confirm your payment. Okay. So all you're doing is putting your first name, your last name, your email address. So once you finish making payment, come back to the form. You would see the payment registration form, and you can secure that now. You can secure it now, like now. All right. So remember, the discount is only available for the first 20 people, okay? And it's only available for this weekend. So if you're looking at getting started, you're paying for 3 months, but you're getting 6 months of internship. So that's what I have to say. So if you've enjoyed yourself, please, I want you to give me a thumbs up. If you've enjoyed yourself, I want you to give me a thumbs up. I want you to give me a thumbs up. I want to give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed today's session. Let me see. So all you need to do is click on the link, get started, and let's provide you with your UK experience. Let's help you land your first job within the tech space. So that's what I would say. So, all right. So that's it. Thank you so much. I enjoyed myself also today. Remember, the discount is only available for the first 20 people. So if you're looking at getting started, get started now, today, now. So click on the link. My colleagues are dropping it in the chat. So click on the links for you to get started today. Thank you very much. All right. Thank you very much, guys. Do have a wonderful weekend. I really appreciate you taking our time to join our session today. Really appreciate you, and looking forward to see how we can work together to help you get started. I have two people raising up their hands, so I would ask them to unmute themselves. Let me see if I can ask them to unmute themselves. Moyosori, let me see. Could you unmute yourself and ask a question? Moyosori and Jude, do I have you here? Can you unmute yourself? Can you unmute yourself? Okay. Goody shoes, goody two shoes. I can't hear anything. I know you unmuted yourself, but I can't seem to hear you.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, yes.
Yeah, thanks for the session. I really enjoyed it.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, so I just wanted to ask, is it possible I pay for just the packaging and the like the P and E
Okay.
aspect and leave the L aspect?
So you don't need the experience, you just want to learn and package. You just want to package and apply, essentially.
Is it possible? Is that possible?
Unfortunately, no. Unfortunately, no.
Okay, then for the training itself, which do you know the exact tools we are going to learn or be trained with?
So it's not training. So we're not training you on. It's not a training. It's not training. It's work experience. So we're going to be giving you projects, and you're getting mentors that would hold your hands and guide you through the project. Okay, so it's not necessarily learning. It's learning. You're still going to be learning, but not in the traditional class. Like we're going to be learning Power BI today. Click here for to create
So
a
it's
view.
not so it's not like we are like going through like having daily sessions or 2 sessions a week to
No.
like learn like this is how you use it. It's something we have to like do ourselves.
Exactly. So you're given the project. So let me just share this with you again so you understand it better. So thank you very much for this question. I think that's one of the major misconceptions people usually have. So I'm just going to share my screen again so I can should walk you through it. So take for example, what career path are you looking at? If I should ask. Hello, Goody Shoes, are you there? Goody Two Shoes, if that's correct. Okay,
Yeah,
Goody.
yeah.
Yeah. What career path are you looking at?
Talk analyst.
So kind of is awesome. So take a look at this. These guys are started this month. Okay, so you have this is it. This is a brute force attack project. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm going to click on this and you get to see the project now. Okay, so you see SOC analyst for EduSpark. So a specialization is brute force attack and on remote access infrastructure, business focus on education sector. The tool you're going to be working with is Splunk. Okay, so this
Mhm.
is the case study. This is the first case study. So take for example, if you've learned Splunk before, even if you've not worked with Splunk before, you can use this project to understand how Splunk is being implemented in an actual real life situation. So EduSpark is a leading edtech company, edtech platform that with clients across the world in Europe. The company provides developed, secure, and scalable learning system for enterprise level and learning environment. The business problem, recently EduSpark IT security team detected signs of brute force attack targeting the organization's VPN infrastructure. Multiple failed logged in attempts were recorded following the successful login of a suspicious external IP address. So essentially, what's the business impact, and so on and so forth. The business, the project overview, the project objectives, and everything is written there for you to understand. So for example, if you now apply for a job and you're looking to gain, you're looking to get, they're asking you questions about, your experience as a SOC analyst, you could
Yeah.
use this, to talk about the things that you've done in the past. Okay. So essentially what is now required of you is that's where you would be the one to work on this project. Okay.
Yeah. But
Leveraging Splunk. Now you get a mentor that would obviously provide you with additional, what they call it, additional resources. So you see there's a solution walkthrough, there is some samples of reporting, there are things, and we also have the drop-in sessions. So we have these drop-in sessions, so where the mentor would provide you with, okay, in a typical work environment, this is exactly how you do it. These are the challenges that you likely face, and this is how to overcome these challenges. Now, in a typical work environment, new tools will be given to you, will be thrown to you. No, you don't need to go buy a course to go learn those new tools. Take for example, I worked with a particular tool back then. At one point in my career, I was asked to implement Google Analytics, and I'd never used it before. Did I go buy a course and spend another 2 months to go learn Google Analytics to implement Google Analytics? No. So I watched some videos on YouTube. As I was watching it, I was implementing, and honestly, that was what really made me good at using that particular application itself. So with this kind of situation, also, you can't really learn everything in cybersecurity in order for you to get a job. So what we have done is to infuse courses, projects, and infuse tools together for you to learn as you are doing the internship. So if you've never used Splunk before, there are resources here that you can definitely work with. Okay, there are resources that will provide to you. You see the resource bank over here, incident response guide, cyber kill chain, Splunk cheat sheets that you can easily work with in order for you to do your job. So it's not a training company where we'll teach you, okay, for Splunk today we're going to be learning Splunk. Okay, who has downloaded Splunk? No, nobody's going
oh,
to be
okay.
a training company. It's not training in that sense, but you have that guidance. You still get the support. Okay, so if you don't know what to do next, there's somebody that will still teach you, that tell you exactly what to do step by step and all that. But yeah, essentially that's the case itself. Okay,
All right. Thank you
that
very
makes
much.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks a lot for that question. Very good question, I would
Yeah.
say. All right. So, anyways, does that sound good? Is that something you're looking forward to? Goody two shoes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I was looking
It's
for.
not training, so no, no, it's not a training
So,
program.
like, because some tools that someone has not used before, just so I don't know how I'm going to be able to work with those tools without ever using it before. But
Exactly.
just like you explained, it makes sense that maybe you learn to use things by doing it, or you learn to do things by using it.
Using it. So it's not
So,
just them buying a course and using courses every single time. You could actually be assigned a project and use that project to learn the new technology. So, and that's the best way to learn. So you see a lot of people who still struggle in the sense that, take for example, SQL. A lot of professionals that learn SQL actually don't know how it is implemented. But imagine if you have a project that you get to work on, then you can see how to start, how to implement, and how to leverage. You likely understand it 10 times better. So um, that's just the way it works.
so,
Okay.
so this project overview and like the project for stock analysts, the project for pen testers, do you
Yes.
have them on your website that I can like view them, or it's just you seeing? It's only you that can see this part.
It's only people that have registered that can see what I'm showing you at the moment. So if you take a look at it, these are some of the ethical hacking and pen testing. Okay, that is the other one. So I'll just check this. All right. So you see, these are things that only from. But if we're currently working on the brochure that you can see from the website. For at the moment, if you go to the website, you would just let me just go to the website so I can show you. I'm Dari. Okay. So the information that you have there is just information about the tools, the technologies, and all the things that you would learn, you get to work with. All right. But if you want to get more, we can actually share documents with you. So just once you fill the attendance form, we're going to send you the recording to you. So if you need more information, you could literally just send us an email and we'll furnish you with additional information about some of the projects that you get to work on. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, very
Thank
much.
you very much.
Yes. Awesome. Okay. Let me see. Can I take one more? I can take one more question, definitely. Who has a question? Jude, do you want to ask a question? Jude, are you there? Are you there? Are you there? Okay. Okay. Not getting any call, I'm not getting any response from that. So yeah. So like I said earlier, guys, the slot is only available for the first 20 people. If you're looking at getting started to work on project, gaining experience in order for you to get started, this is the best place to be. So all you need to do today is what you're getting today is not an available discount on offer. So you're paying £390 and you're getting 6 months internship. So typically that should have been for 3 months, but you're paying that and you're getting 6 months internship. Now the good thing also is you're not paying £390 at once to get you into the courts. All you need to do is select 3 monthly payments and pay £190, and then you use that to get in 6 months internship experience. So if you're excited to get started, all you need to do is secure your space, and we will get to work with you. So thank you very much, everyone. I had a wonderful time, and I'm sure you did also. Looking forward to having you in our internship, and let's see how we can help you get started. Thank you very much, and do have a wonderful weekend. Bye for now. Yeah, bye, guys.